Hey guys, it's Dominique
and Katrina,
and we just finished taping episodes. Thanks so much for tuning into the episode. We just are coming on here real quick to tell you about something exciting. Worcester Business Journal is running their annual Best of Business Awards, and we would super love it if you voted us for Best Podcast.
Yes, so we want to do a write-in vote and start a brand new category.
It is not already an existing category, so if you go on to the Worcester Business Journal's Best of Business, scroll all the way to the bottom of the form, it's the 51st box at the very end. You have to write in Girls Just Want a Podcast for Best Podcast. Make sure you follow all the rules to vote, otherwise your votes won't count.
Yeah.
Deadline is
November 1st.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Girl Gang. I'm Katrina Gardner of Katrina and Create.
And I'm Dominique Goyette-Connerty of Evergreen Marketing. On this show, we're going to chat with women business owners in Massachusetts and those who support local women in business.
Because girls don't just want to have fun. They also want to sell real estate.
They want to open a brewery.
They want to teach others to invest in the stock market.
They want to take stunning photos, plan lavish parties, and help people recover from injuries.
Girls just want a podcast.
What can we say?
We're girls.
Welcome back to Girls Just Wanna.
How are you? What you been up to?
I'm tired, honestly. It's been a really busy week. I was in my not friend, that's a joke, Catherine's wedding last weekend, which was on a Sunday night. So all day Saturday we were doing like rehearsal stuff. We had like the venue rehearsal, and then we had the rehearsal dinner later that night. And then, all day, because when you're a girl, you have to spend all day getting ready. So on the day of the wedding, I walked her dog down the aisle. That was my job. Oh my God, I'll show you the picture. You know what? We'll put the picture up in post, but
so cute.
I'll show you the picture too. I walked the dog, adorable. She was the star of the, don't get me wrong, Catherine, you looked beautiful. You were an amazing bride. However, everybody loves a dog.
Yeah.
Everybody loves a dog making an appearance.
That's exciting.
So it was fun. She was very well behaved. I was honored to have that job at the wedding.
Were you a bridesmaid? Or?
No, she didn't do bridesmaids.
Okay.
She had like a bachelorette for her friends, and then her two sisters wore the same dress, different colors, and kind of like were part of walking down the aisle. But besides that, I walked the dog.
But you were in the party that walked down the aisle.
Yeah. And then two of our guy friends were I don't know what you would call them, like flower men.
Love it.
Where they had fanny packs full of flower petals, and they kind of danced dramatically down the aisle and did their own little thing. So it was fun. It was a really fun wedding. We had a great time, and obviously I did the worm several times.
Obviously. I'm going through your stories, and I'm like, oh, she's doing it again.
I'm telling you, we had a really good time. Obviously, Catherine's like a dancing queen, so obviously her wedding was going to have a torn up dance floor.
I've never seen you do the worm in person.
I'll do it right after this.
Okay.
Just kidding, these floors are hardwood. No, but actually...
And covered in coffee still, probably.
Probably. That was our fault. I did the worm, and I think people should start hiring me as their professional hype woman at a wedding, because I will tear up that dance floor every time, regardless.
Yeah.
I
think it's a good idea.
So maybe we'll put the video here too. We'll overlay it while we're talking about this.
We will.
Because I did it at least 3 times, and I do want to say that, yes, I did have alcohol. However, it was not that much. It was not enough where it's I didn't recall what I was doing, or
right.
I was under the influence, so this is not how I would normally act. No, 100% I do this every time.
I don't think alcohol influences your...
No, I think that is just me through and through.
Right.
Yeah. Stone Cold Sober me has done the worm.
Right.
So,
right.
Favorite party trick.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what's up. Yeah. So I've been recovering all week. My body has been very sore.
Yes.
From dancing for
of course
3 hours straight.
Well, I'm excited to bring our next guest in. Should we do it?
Let's do it. Welcome to the show, Zafera Kambouris.
Yeah.
Okay, I remembered without even having to look.
Yeah.
But everybody calls you Zeph.
Yeah.
welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
I'm glad that we could make this possible. We've been trying to track her down for several months. She's very busy.
Yes.
Very, very in demand. So you are the owner of North Moon Tattoo.
Yep.
And that is located
In Millbury.
Massachusetts. When did you become a tattoo artist? Has this been something you've been doing for so many years?
Yeah, so I got my first apprenticeship 17 years ago.
Wow.
Yep, in Everett, Massachusetts. And I took a break for about 2 to 3 years, and then I got another apprenticeship. So I've been tattooing for about 14, 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And at what point did you go off and open your own business?
In 2014. Yeah, 2014.
Okay.
We just hit 7 years. Yep. I just was like in this weird transition. I was working at a shop in Worcester, and a lot of people were leaving the shop. I didn't want to work at another street shop, so I actually got the nudge from another woman-owned business, and she just like planted the seed, like, why don't you just do your own thing? I just didn't think I could at that point. I'd been working for people like on and off, and she owns a really successful business in Worcester, Renee from the Queen's Cups.
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys had her on the show?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we've met her before,
Yeah.
and we've been at events where she's been, the keynote speaker, and
Yeah.
we follow her religiously. So
She's the best.
she'll have to come on. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was tattooing her for a few years at that point, and just like telling her that I was getting tired of working for someone else, and she just was like, do it. I did it, and just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys have a popular spot, because I have been following you for a very long time.
Yeah.
And there's always a wait list to
Yeah.
get tattooed. And, like the books open and then they're like immediately filled.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. You guys.
I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
It's such a cool space. And the people that have worked there for a long time or a short period of time, they've all contributed to how just cool the space is, Yeah, it's really great.
And are you the sole owner?
Yeah.
Okay. And so how many people work with you or for you? Is it just you're the only artist there?
Oh, no. There's, I'll just name everyone. We have Taylor, Roman, my sister Tula, who comes back and forth from Greece. She owns a studio in Greece.
Oh, wow.
And Danielle. And I just hired another artist, and she's starting at the end of the month, Amy. Yeah.
Very
Wow.
exciting.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah, very exciting.
Yeah.
All the growth. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Do each of the artists have their own individual style, or is there like kind of a style that your studio is known for?
We definitely do a lot of black and gray, but I think we're all pretty unique.
Yeah.
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 So how would you describe like your style versus maybe some of your employees' styles?
I definitely gravitate more towards like ornamental, floral, dark black tattoos, almost like a tribal look, where Taylor's like, she's got more of like a softer, floral, dainty kind of vibe. My sister has the same thing, whimsical, dainty. Roman does a lot of color, pastel-y colors. Yeah, we're all different in our own way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you often have the issue of like when people come in wanting something that's like hard to tattoo and like needing to have that conversation with people? And I ask this because I'm always looking on Pinterest at like, the fine line tattoos or the white tattoos or whatever. Or like, I remember when watercolor tattoos were like super trendy and, people didn't want any black lines. And so is that something that you find that you are dealing with like regularly, or is that not really something that you...
I think because I've been tattooing for as long as I have, those conversations and sometimes those like fine line tattoos, they can be so easily done.
Yeah.
It doesn't really scare me, but when we know that it's not going to hold over time or just like look good, then we know it's a trend, we do have to say no.
Yeah.
But I think that's what separates someone who is professional and who's just trying to make a buck.
Yeah.
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 That you can have that conversation and kind of steer them in the better direction or shut down the idea completely if you know it's not gonna.
Because some customers will be like, wow, you're saying no to money
Right.
It's like, no, we're saying, it's like you're carrying our name too, you know, so you're our walking advertisement, and we have to say no.
Right. And it shows too that you really take pride in the quality of the work and upholding the, you know, the brand and the name that you've made for yourself, but also that you really care about the customer. Like, it's not just that I don't want to do this because it represents my business and my name and it's going to look bad, but it's also like, it's going to be on your body. Yeah. So you're going to be the one who has to deal with if it ends up not holding well over time.
Exactly.
So clearly you care so much about,
do
you call them customers, clients?
Clients, customers,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, and usually at the end of the day, they're really just like open to our opinion. And, you know, we're here to guide them and tell them what looks good and what doesn't.
Do you have like a favorite place to tattoo, or a favorite like type of tattoo or like experience? Like, if people are just like, do whatever you want on my arm, like that type of thing, or
I do get that a lot now in my career, which is great. I get a lot of people that are like, I trust you, just like I want to fill in this gap, and I'm like, okay. I love to draw on my own, not just for clients or for tattoos. So I'll draw things and then frame it, or just like post that they're available, and people just grab it, and so it makes it easy for me. I think that's my favorite way of tattooing.
Oh, is when you get the free creative range.
Free creative range, and when someone, it's like so flattering when someone walks in and then my art's framed on the wall and they just pick something off the wall. You know?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about like the flash sales, or like flash days, I should say?
Those are great too. Like pre-drawn designs where we've created them from the heart and from our mind, and then people come in and pick and choose. It's amazing. And it's also a lot of fun too when we get to tattoo each other's designs on flash days. You know, like things that we wouldn't usually draw. Yeah, it's great.
So I noticed that you have a lot of tattoos. Like, there's one on your palm, I see.
Oh yeah, my heart.
Are there? Did that hurt?
Yes.
First of all, okay.
Yes, I am not gonna lie about tattoos being painful. They suck.
Which, like, what places, I guess, on the body, like, do you think hurt the most personally, or have you seen customers, clients struggle with the most?
I would say the palms, the fingers, the hands,
really,
the knees, the elbows are really tough.
Okay.
Yeah. Calves, thighs, outer arm, and you know, those spots are pretty easy.
Like meteor areas to work with.
I just got this, and it hurt down here. It didn't hurt up here. And then the further she went, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
What about like the rib cage?
Yeah.
Bad. My friend was getting one. Actually, she was in Greece and she got a tattoo.
Yeah.
And they were doing it on her rib cage, and it was a short saying. And they got like halfway through the saying, she's like, I can't do it anymore. You need to stop. They were like, we're not stopping. Girlfriend, like, you're going to be missing half of the saying. Yeah. She was like, oh, I shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So funny.
I also have like seen TikToks, or like heard people say that men have a lower pain tolerance than women.
Classic.
Do you think that that's true?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think women just biologically we're made to birth. You know, and I have a daughter, so I will 100% say that women sit better in chairs, especially when there's a mom in my chair. I'm like, I don't worry about them.
She's like, this is nothing. I've been through way worse.
Because I've seen the videos where it's like a man is just like, you know, he's like shaking and he's clenched fists, and then women are just like blah 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 blah, like chit chatting, and
they're like, can I actually get my nails done at the same time?
It's so funny. They find it, women, I feel like, find it more therapeutic. Like, it's like their time for themselves.
And I think that's how Acaris, who we were just talking about, who we had on the show several episodes ago, she was talking about how she walks into your shop because she gets tattooed there frequently, and she says it's just literally like so therapeutic. She just loves being able to talk to you guys, and I'm like, I think you could probably talk to them without getting the tattoo. I think she's probably at this point looking for excuses to go get tattooed.
Right.
She's so funny.
Yeah. But that's true too. I wonder, like, you know, it's probably similar to being a hairdresser, where you don't know, like, each person that comes in is different. Like, some probably are chatty and telling you their whole life story, and some are probably just, like, trying to, you know, shut down as much as they can. Do you find it, like, that you like to have the conversations? Like, is that part of what you really enjoy about being a tattoo artist?
That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
The connection with people, for sure. I love people. I think people are absolutely brilliant, and I think where we store our physical pain in our brain, we also store our emotional pain. So sometimes people just, they just like open up and just start talking about their journeys and what they're going through or what they've been through, and it's just cool. It's really cool to just meet and connect and collaborate.
And you probably hear so much like deep personal stuff because people really come to get tattoos as like tributes or
a lot of people do.
Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
necessarily, I'm sure, everyone, but
Yeah.
for a lot of people, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I have my silly little Harry Potter tattoo. That didn't mean much, but it
But it
doesn't.
still does.
Yes,
Yeah.
But also, like, I've thought about getting memorial tattoos. I haven't done it yet, but like, it's like there's so much meaning behind what you want to put on your body, and it's such like a important moment for people so many times. It must be really exciting to be a part of that.
Totally. I feel like we, kind of in our world, we live in a place where like the media and entertainment, they're constantly telling us how to look and how to dress and what to do with our bodies. And I feel like tattooing is an opportunity to kind of like reclaim that energy and that part of you, and that, so whatever, it's like whatever you want, it's yours.
Yeah.
Have you noticed over the years, like, more acceptance with people who are getting tattoos?
Yeah, with body art.
Right, because I don't think it was that long ago that it wasn't legal in Massachusetts.
I think it was like 2000 it became legal.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
To get tattoos?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
Wait, I'm learning something new, like actively. No way.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, we live in a really Puritan state.
Yeah.
That sounds so like
I know.
a century ago.
I know.
Like, what?
Yeah.
I know. It's really surprising. So I feel like just in that time, I mean, obviously people were tattooed before that, but they were going elsewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like now I feel like tattoos are no big deal and I don't even notice them. But of course, like my mom is like, you got another tattoo. And I'm like, it's like an inch big.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, my mom still says stuff too.
Yeah.
I'm like, this isn't a phase. Like, come on.
I feel like it's fine. I've just been tattooing for 15 years.
yeah.
It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. But do you notice, like, you have like more corporate people coming in, or like have you seen that in the studio?
Yeah, for sure. Doctors, surgeons, lawyers, all walks of life, and it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I feel like it was such an individualistic thing. Like when I was young, you didn't really see them.
Right.
It was more on like bikers and
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very like stereotype sort of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a lot of, I guess, repeat clients or customers
Yes.
who they'll either come to you after they've already had a few tattoos and they're
Yes.
like kind of switching shops or switching artists, and then they're like, oh, I should have been coming to you the whole time, or they come to you for their first tattoo and then they just keep coming back.
I have repeat clients that see me more than they see their hair
Yeah.
stylist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They
Nice.
just like want to be on my books like every month, and whether they're getting something small or they just want an appointment just to have and they'll like push it back. They just it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like, or like Emily said, it's very therapeutic for people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you kind of build up those relationships long term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I bet something that's really fun for both you and clients is like building like a really big sleeve over time, because I'm guessing that usually is not a one sitting type of.
No.
And is there a difference between someone who like has the full thing planned out from the beginning, or do sometimes people like build upon it as the years go on?
Yeah, like I have people coming in. I'm gonna get one.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah.
And then a year later, they have a full sleeve. I'm like, I'll see you in a couple months.
I was talking to my sister last night because I have a little dragon right here,
Yeah.
and I was like, I think I'm gonna get like a full book theme. She was like, you're gonna get a book sleeve, and I'm like, I think so. Yeah. Like that sounds fun. Just like whatever I read, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll just add it. And
That's
she was
great.
like, oh my god. And I'm like, sorry, I'm just, I'm sitting here in my like fuzzy shirt. I'm like, I'm just, one of those,
Just a bookish girl.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
can I say?
It's what you love, though.
I do. Yeah. I love having my book tattoos, and
Yeah. It's so
Yeah.
cool.
yeah.
Do you have a favorite tattoo or design of all time that you've done? Is it too hard to pick one?
I always say this to my daughter because my daughter will ask me, she's 4, what's your favorite this and that? I don't do favorites.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I respect that.
I feel like it's just hard for me because I get so attached to feelings and memories, and there's so many good ones. But I will say a really special one that I've done was on my mom, who was like totally against them, and I think it was like around her 50th birthday. She was like, I was tattooing a friend, and she happened to be there, and she was like, I want you to tattoo me.
Aww.
You know, and it was more not for her. I think a little part of it was for her, like she was interested in the pain and what the experience is like. But I think it was more for, she just wanted to show her how much she like supported my journey.
Yeah.
You know,
That's so sweet.
I love that.
so that was special. And then I have like some really close friends that I've tattooed things on them where it just feels like we went through like a journey together. You know. Yeah.
So I'm curious, do you have thoughts or opinions on couples tattoos?
I love it.
Yeah?
Yep, I have a few tattoos with my ex-husband.
Yeah.
And I don't regret any of them.
Yeah.
I do tell people when they want it, I'm like, names can be a little tough, but it's their body at the end of the day. And
Yeah.
cover-ups are so good now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
My stepdad, he has the most amazing arm where he got his ex-wife's name in like a scroll. And then when they got divorced, he put this broken, bleeding heart around it.
Oh my gosh.
And then he and my mom got married, and
Yeah.
he had an artist like turn the blood drops into water droplets. And then there's a rose here, and that says, I love you, Caroline. So he's got this like whole story,
God.
and it like looks great.
Yeah.
I always thought that was like so cool.
Yeah.
So that's always been my feeling. But yeah, I do know that like sometimes people will go places and they're like, never ever, like,
Yeah.
you know,
I
it's a
don't think
bad
there's-
omen, it's
yeah.
bad luck.
I don't think there's like superstition around it. Not for me at least. I
Yeah.
think that it's like, again, just like a moment in time. It's like, you know, you went through that, even if you're not going to stay together. It's,
Yeah.
you honor
Yeah,
it and move on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's the process like right now if people want to get on your books? Are you taking new clients, customers? I know you said you hired a new person, so maybe
Yeah.
there's some availability coming up.
Yeah. I used to book out like a year in advance, and
Jeez.
then I had my daughter, and I was like, I can't do that
Yeah.
anymore because things pop up. So now I'm just doing like 3 months at a time, and I love working with new people. So if they just send me an email or even a DM on Instagram, I try to get back to everyone. Sometimes I read it and then I just don't reply back. I think
I'm
all
guilty.
do that.
Yeah, we all. I'm thinking, as you're saying that, I'm thinking about 2 people that I read the message and didn't respond to.
Yeah. And it's
We'll
like,
get to it after.
yeah, it's just hard. You know, I'm like in between, like hanging with my girl, I'm doing dishes,
Yeah.
I read something and
Oh,
put
yeah.
it down.
Yeah.
It's just
Absolutely.
life.
Yeah.
But I love the ones that are like, hey, I sent you a message a couple days ago, read it again. So just keep sending me
Yeah.
messages and I'll get to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so funny when we did have Emily on here and she was talking about you and her show. And I was like, you know, I wanted to go there. And I'm like, but they're always, you know, so booked. And she was like, I'll get you in.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, thanks, girl.
Yeah.
Her secret is just DMing you 4
Yeah.
times in a row, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
That and just when I meet people in person, it's so much easier.
Yeah.
Like, I'll put you on my books before I leave if that's what you want. You know, so it's so, for me, that's
She
my
wants the
preferred
book
way.
sleeve,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Get her on the books for the book sleeve.
We'll do it.
So as you know, we like to wrap up every episode with giving our guests the opportunity to shout out another woman in business or woman-owned business.
Yeah.
Who do you have in mind?
Renee.
Yeah.
I know you guys want to work with her.
Yeah.
She's just like, she's the OG of Worcester for women-owned
Yeah.
businesses, and she's just such a solid human being and just incredibly kind, and yeah, she's just the best. Renee.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
Love that. And I'm so glad that she encouraged you to do your own thing, too.
Oh my God, me too. I still like once a week message her with business advice. I'm like, help.
It's also so nice to have that sort of friendship and like connection as
Yeah.
a business owner, to just have that person that you can like talk to and ask questions about, even
Yeah.
if it's not the same industry.
Yeah.
But
Definitely
So
a,
that's
a
great.
network that you've built.
yeah.
Or at least the start of it, and then it kind of
Yeah.
spreads out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much
Yeah.
for taking the time,
Yes.
coming
Thank
out
you.
here.
Yes.
Thank you.
This has been
I
great.
will probably see you soon.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
and welcome to Heart It or Hate It. First up, I will start.
Okay.
Heart It or Hate It, gel nail polish.
Heart it.
Okay. I'm also going to go Heart It.
Are you currently rocking the gel nail polish?
Well, I have acrylics on for
Okay.
the wedding, and when I've done that, I've put the gel on top because I feel like it lasts so long.
Yeah.
Also, and if you think this is gross, like, oh well, when I get pedicures now, I do gel polish.
Oh, you do?
Because it stays so
It
long on
lasts
my toes. And,
so long.
you know, I'm always kickboxing. So, like, it'll come
Fair.
off, like, from,
Fair.
you know, kicking a bag every day of the damn week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
So, like, now I only, like, get my feet done, like, once a month.
Well, yeah.
Because, like, my toes grow out, but, like, the polish stays.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I love it. I think it's great. It lasts so long.
Yeah.
It's just a pain to remove.
Yeah, I will say that if I do it like a few times in a row, then I do try to, like, currently I'm letting my nails kind of like heal a little bit because I'm bad. And
You have nice nails. They grow, like, long naturally.
Yes.
Mine, like, don't get longer than the stubs of my fingers.
But they've also been breaking, and I think that's because they're brittle from having gel on recently.
Oh, okay.
But I also never get it removed professionally. I always rip it off.
Oh, that is so bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then I go a few
That's probably
months
why.
of recovery. And then I go back and I'm like,
You're
lay it on.
I'm in recovery. People are like, oh my God, are you okay? She's like, my nails. Gel polish. I am a habitual ripper off of the polish.
As soon as it starts like snagging in my hair in the shower, I just have to
no.
rip it off. But yeah, I heart it.
Okay, good. What do you have?
Heart it or hate it. Brita water filters, like the jugs.
The
Like,
pitchers?
Yeah.
Heart it.
Hate it.
Why? I have one.
I know. That's why I asked.
Oh.
I remember you took me on a journey once of making your soda.
Yeah, we had a call for work, which
You were an influencer.
I'm never gonna take serious.
You were like, this is my soda.
And I was like, I have a soda stream. So you're right. I was filling up my Brita pitcher to then pour filtered water into my soda stream bottle to then infuse that in the soda stream machine with the carbonation and then pour in the soda flavor.
I think you can guess why I hate it.
Because you don't drink water.
Oh,
You're like, oh, there's another reason.
I wasn't even thinking of that. No, I'm just too lazy to like
fill it up. Ma'am. So do you drink tap water?
Yeah.
How's the tap water where you live?
You're
like,
I
don't
haven't
know.
died
Haven't
yet. Jamie seems fine.
I've heard that Worcester's tap water, so I'm in Worcester proper, and I don't think our tap water is great. I think it's okay
Yeah.
from what I've heard, but, like, I wouldn't drink it. It also just, like, more importantly, doesn't taste good. More importantly to me, obviously, if it was bad, like, health benefits.
That actually is true. I don't pour myself glasses of water. I'll have, like, water if I have a headache or to go with my medicine.
She's like, I only ever drink water when I have a headache, which is probably a lot since you never drink water.
Yeah.
A little chicken and egg situation.
I do bring water to bed, and I keep that.
Like a cup of water or a water bottle? Like a,
It's a
from the
water
store?
bottle. No. It's a cup of water. It's the tap. And I don't, like, rinse it every night. I just, like, let that.
Okay, so you're like a cat licking from the same bowl. Okay. Okay. Well,
And my husband finds it disgusting.
it is kind of gross. I'm just surprised you drink straight up tap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in an ideal world, I wish, but A, it doesn't taste good, and B, it's apparently not very, clean.
Yeah, at one point I
least
had,
where I
like, the
live.
Brita filter that you put on the...
Or on the faucet.
But
Then what do you do when you're, like, washing dishes? Do you take it off the faucet? Because, like, you don't need filtered water to wash your dishes.
I can't remember. It was a long time ago.
Okay.
And I said goodbye to that part of my
So,
life.
yeah, so I'm going Heart It. But if you're listening and judging me, I do know that Brita is, like, not one of the best water filtration systems. It's actually one of the worst.
Oh.
But it's also, like, one of the more, like, widely available and,
Right.
like, accessible price-wise.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why they're so popular, is because, like, people can afford them. But I do know, I have seen the science, unfortunately, that they're not the best at actually filtering out everything.
Interesting.
But it does taste better. I'll give it that.
Oh. Well,
So
you all know what to get me for Christmas now. I need filtered water, apparently.
filtered water that she's not going to fill up and drink, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Heart it or hate it, cottage cheese.
Hate it.
Okay.
Get it away from me.
Okay.
Never talk about it.
Why? Is it the texture?
I don't even know.
You're like, I'm actually not even gonna ever.
I don't think I've ever tried it. Just
okay.
I don't.
It does look gross.
Yeah.
It's lumpy. It's chunky.
It's called cottage cheese.
I know, which is weird. They need. You know what? As marketing girlies, they need a rebrand.
Yeah.
Like, because.
Okay.
I don't
do you
even
heart
know.
it?
I don't know. I wish I did. I feel like I'm in between.
Do you have it?
I used to eat it a lot because of the health benefits, and then I decided, do I really care enough about being
I remember when I was trying to lose weight and I saw someone be like, instead of putting mayo on your tuna, put cottage cheese on your tuna.
No.
And I thought I would rather have someone stab me and die.
I'd rather actually enjoy my tuna sandwich.
Yeah.
It is very good for you, like protein-wise and whatnot.
You know what else is good for you protein-wise? Steak and chicken.
Oh, okay. But what if you're a vegetarian?
Tough shit.
Oh, shut up and eat it. No. You know what? I'll go hate it. Because I haven't bought it recently.
Okay.
But I have been seeing a lot of like cottage cheese recipes that I'm like, maybe I should try that again. Like maybe I should get back into that lifestyle. But some people take it too far. They're doing like whipped cottage cheese. They're like putting it on everything. They're dipping things in. I'm like, that's too much. I used to just do like cottage cheese on like Triscuits.
Yeah.
And it was a good like protein snack.
Yeah.
You know. I'll go hate it, but honestly, I do eat it and I don't mind it. So it's
But you don't like
I'm not like
enjoy it. You're not like, I can't wait for my cottage cheese.
Well, in the same way that I'm never like, man, I can't wait to go like shove a thing of broccoli in my mouth. Like I like broccoli, but
that's
I'm
also
not
why
like,
I don't eat broccoli.
I like broccoli, I do, but I'm not just like so excited to eat broccoli. Like it's just broccoli. There's nothing special about it.
Well,
sorry, broccoli.
Depends.
Broccoli, if you're watching. All right, we need to move on.
Okay, last one is heart it or hate it. Horoscopes.
I'm gonna go hate it.
Yeah,
What?
No, I heart it.
Oh,
I meant like
I was like, no.
I knew.
You're a witchy girl.
Yeah, I mean,
Is what
I
they're
don't.
called, right?
I don't really believe it. Also, according to my horoscope, Jesse and I should not be together.
Right.
Taurus and Sagittarius.
Well, wait, no, but that's your.
Oh, astrology.
You're talking astrology?
Wait. Yeah.
Horoscope is like the weekly or the daily like prediction based off of, right? Like where the stars and the everything
But
is.
yeah, it's based off of your star sign.
It's based off of your star sign, but you're saying that your horoscope this week is saying like you and Jesse should be together? Okay.
Okay, wait.
Then your astrology is saying
Yes.
that you and your husband are not a good match.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you haven't proven them right or wrong yet. We'll check
Time
back
will
in
tell.
a few years. Just kidding. You guys have been together for way too long already, so
yeah, I
guess
don't.
it's working.
I don't actually like check my horoscope
No.
weekly or daily, but like if I see it, it's fun. It's just like fun to check out.
Sure.
Do I believe it?
I just think it's easy that like once you read your horoscope, because you know you read them and they're like pretty generic. They're like you're gonna like have a stroke of luck this week. Something big is gonna change, and it's just like that.
What sign are you? Are you a Virgo?
I'm a Virgo, of course.
My best friend is a Virgo.
And it's not me, guys. It's not me. We're not best friends. We're barely friends. We are podcast co-hosts.
And that is it.
Yeah, so I just think like the horoscope itself is just supposed to be this like interpretation of the possibility of things, and it's just like there's the way they're written most of the time is so
vague.
generic that it's like that could apply to me.
That's
that
the
could
same
apply
with
to me.
like, yeah.
With like anything, I
Anything.
guess. I don't know. All right. Well. Anyways, that's it for Heart It or Hate It. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And thank you to Studio 50 for hosting us.
See you later.
Bye. All right, welcome to the we're going to start over.